Hello world. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever part of the world you find yourself in. I am Nelago Iilonga from Namibia, a beautiful country in the southern part of Africa. In today's video, I am going to talk about a topic titled Release Comparison. So first, I am going to define what comparison is and how one can release comparison, the toxic traits or the disadvantages of comparison, and all that good stuff. So, according to the Cambridge Dictionary, the word comparison is defined as the fact of considering something similar or of equal quality to something else. However, according to my own definition of comparison, comparison is the state of ungratefulness and the tendency of wanting to do what everyone else is doing or wanting to be like everyone else. So, whenever you find yourself wanting to do what other people are doing or wanting to be wherever other people are, just know that you have allowed the spirit of comparison to get a hold of your heart. Comparison is a toxic trait and it needs to be released. Whenever you find yourself wanting to be like someone else and are always trying to do what other people are doing, just know that you have allowed the spirit of comparison to get a hold of your heart, and I urge you in love to kindly release it. You are probably wondering why comparison is bad and what are the problems that comparison brings. Comparison is such a bad thing because it robs you of your joy. Comparison is the theft of joy. Often people that have this spirit of comparison are never happy. They are never content because they just want to do what other people are doing. They just want to be where other people are, but not happy with where they are in life, with what they have in life. The first step to having the spirit of comparison is the state of being uncontent. Be faithful even in the small thing. Be faithful even in the little. Trust your journey. Never despise your humble beginnings. Cherish even the humble beginnings. The spirit of comparison is the theft of joy. Often people that have this spirit are never happy because you're just not happy with where you are. Like you just want to do what other people are doing, like I said. So, as a result, you tend to be a jealousy person, an envious person, and just full of anger and hatred in your heart because you just feel like, yeah, life is unfair. You just feel like other people have what you have. You just feel like you deserve what other people have. While in actual fact, we just all have according to what we can handle. Or what you have today, where you are today, that is not where you're going to be tomorrow. So it's okay to trust the journey. It's okay to trust the process and just be content with what you have and wherever you are. This spirit will eventually cause you to lose people that mean so much to you. Because no person will want to be around somebody that is envious of them. I mean, it's a dangerous and toxic person to be around. So release this spirit if you want to keep your loved ones. Comparison is a reason why we have people or family members that are angry or envious and not talking to one another, because there's so much competition within one another. We have siblings that are not talking to one another because there's so much competition. People are not content with what they are, and they just want what other people have. So comparison is a very toxic trait and it must be released as soon as possible. So I am also going to share a few tips on how you can overcome this spirit or this toxic trait of comparison. But before I share these tips, I just also want to give a message to parents. Dear parents, stop comparing children to one another, to their peers, to their cousins, or to their siblings. Because no child is like another child. No person is like another person. We all have different destinies, different callings, and different potentials. I mean, we cannot all be doctors. We cannot all be scientists. We cannot all be lawyers. We cannot all be teachers. We cannot all be preachers. But however, whatever your calling is, there is no calling that is less important. Because if we just have all the doctors and we don't have nurses, society will not fully function without you. So if there's anything that you can take away home today from this video is that you are equally important to society and society will not and will never fully function without you. So don't feel irrelevant, don't feel useless, don't feel like your calling is less important compared to others. So the first thing that you need to do is like remember that you are created for a purpose, that you have a great destiny that is waiting for you. But however, if you have a spirit of comparison, comparison will blur your vision, and eventually you will not see the things that God has in store for you. But when you know what your vision is, but when you have a vision, you work towards that. And you will not compare yourself with one another because you are content and you know where you are headed. Remember, embrace your story, embrace your calling, embrace wherever you find yourself, that state, that situation where you are now. It is there to groom you and to shape you. Don't now say, oh my gosh, my age mates are here and I am not here, because society also puts so much pressure on you. But you need to constantly fight what society is saying. You need to constantly tell yourself and encourage yourself that I have a greater purpose, I have a greater destiny, and I might not be where I want to be, but surely I am not where I used to be. And one day, if I work hard, I will be where I want to be. So don't allow comparison to get a hold of yourself, of your heart, because it blurs your vision. It causes sicknesses such as depression. It causes you to be a very envious person. But like if you just know what you want in life, if you just know that no situation is permanent and one day you will be where you want, you will be content. So the first step is accept that you need help, accept that you have a spirit of comparison and you need to get rid of it. Accept that you are just a human being and we all have toxic traits. So don't be too hard on yourself, but also don't compare yourself to other people. Embrace your journey, embrace your destiny, embrace your story. Your story is not like their story. Your story is different. Your story is powerful. So I kindly urge you to release comparison. So from me, Nelago Iilonga from Namibia, that is all that I want to share with the world today. Let nothing but love lead. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.